to the top, step across and strike. Now, yes, I've finished flat-footed, but it's because I had my foot in the air and I stepped back. Look at how much more my body has now fully unraveled. Oh my goodness, how many years have we been told to make a backswing and step into the shot to give ourselves the best opportunity to transfer our weight? Today, I'm going to show you why that is garbage. Unfortunately, the likes of Gary Player, I know, I wouldn't want to say bad things about Gary, incredible golfer, very well accredited with his performances, but unfortunately, this belief that stepping and moving into the shot sideways is the way for us all to go. We have been encouraged to do that so that we can move and transfer our weight, because we have believed that moving towards the target is the catalyst to getting good strike on the golf ball, because we've believed that if we move forwards, the handle will go forwards, we'll get some down strike, and the world will be beautiful. Unfortunately, as we're getting older, we are losing the mobility in our lower half and our upper half. The separation value of feeling, I can feel a dance coming on. The separation value, got my blue suede shoes on, so why not, Elvis? So using the lower half and separating it from the upper half becomes less. With the aid of Sportsbox today, I am going to unequivocally make you understand why we need to use the pressures in our feet different to the way you've thought about it before. Let's understand why the feet at the bottom, on the ground, touching the old terra firma, is going to mobilize our top half. The right side, and we must remember this if you're a right-handed golfer, if you are playing and standing on the left side of the golf ball, if you are playing towards the target, the right side of the golf swing must accelerate. Now, the right side of this golf swing is moving forwards. Now, I've made a great video. Go check it out. Top right-hand corner. You'll find some interesting info there. We need to understand that this right side of the golf swing is going to allow us to move the handle back in through strike. I go on about it all of the time. And that handle moving back in through strike is the ingredient that hits that down strike, that pass from the inside, and that beautiful little draw. So, to understand what our feet need to do to encourage that is in the pull phase of the downswing. The pull phase, yes, I encourage a pull with the golf club. At the top of the backswing, the pull phase in the downswing that gives me that dynamic speed with the golf club down through strike must have an adversary. It must have an opposition force, because if I pull and I push towards the target, just take a look at my knees, my hips, and my chest. Now, for the elite, for the likes of Rory McIlroy, Scotty Scheffler, all of these wonderful athletes that use the ground so well, they may get away with a little bit more sideways push in the pull phase. They're pulling a little bit harder than the likes of you and I. For us golfers out there, we need to understand that when we are pulling on the golf club, the force that's coming out through our left foot must oppose it to open ourselves up. Now, with the aid of Sportsbox, I want to show you what goes on with my pelvis through strike when I push towards the target. So here we go. I'm going to go up to the top. I'm going to lift my foot up. I'm going to lift my foot up and step sideways. Can you see my foot coming up and stepping sideways? And you'll even be able to see that on Sportsbox. That's how good Sportsbox is. So I'm going to go up to the top. I'm going to pop my foot in the air, step towards the target. And so there you could see my left leg lift. I move sideways. I got sideways. Look at the hip, the pelvis at strike. Look at the shot I just hit. I struck from the inside at 3.2. The face was open to the path at 1.2, and I hit a beautiful little push fade down the right wing. Garbage. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to hit a golf shot. And as I'm going to pull at the top of my backswing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my right foot up and step to the side. I'm going to pop it up and step to the side, step away from the target as I pull on the golf club. I'm going to go up to the top, step to the side as I pull down. Watch on Sportsbox because you'll be able to see my foot move. That's how good Sportsbox is. Up to the top, step across and strike. Now, yes, I've finished flat-footed, but it's because I had my foot in the air and I stepped back. Now, all of a sudden, I've lined the golf shot up. Let's take a little look at the differences between the hip action between the one where I step to the right and the one I step to the left. Here we are using Sportsbox and the opportunity to analyze the reaction of these two different step drills. On the left-hand side is me stepping towards the target, and you'll be able to see my left foot move in a moment. On the right-hand side, this is me stepping away from the target. I'm going to wind us up to the top of the backswing here. And at the point where we get to the top of the backswing, you can see the pelvis and the chest on both sides very, very similar. 32, 37 of pelvis turn left and right, chest turn right, 97 degrees, and on the left it's 95 degrees. As I start to wind us down into the pre-delivery drill, pre-impact, look on the left-hand side, the pelvis has rotated 14 degrees. On the right-hand side, it's rotated 24 degrees. 24 degrees open to the target. I'm just going to wind it right the way back up to the top. And I just want you to notice, look at my foot on the left-hand side, how my left foot is moving towards the target. On the right-hand side, my foot is moving away from the target. So you're very clear in which swing is which. So just as we're coming into strike here, as I say, the pelvis is open a further 10 degrees. Interestingly, the chest is 15 degrees more shut. But, in my opinion, this is a good thing. As we then move ourselves into impact, all of a sudden, look at how much more hip turn we've got on the right-hand side compared to the left-hand side. I am 14 degrees more open with my hips on the right-hand side than I am on the left-hand side. Chest is 8 degrees in difference. We now take a little look at the shaft lean that we're gaining from the acceleration of the right side because the left side is pushing back. We scroll on through a little further and we take ourselves into the same spot on the other side. Look at how much more my body has now fully unraveled. On the right-hand side, 55 degrees of chest rotation. And on the left-hand side, I've got 46 of pelvis rotation, 46 degrees. I am a 17 degrees more hip rotation at this point in the golf swing because of the forces I've used in my feet. As we continue on up here, this is when we really see how much more open we are and things start to draw a little bit closer together. At this point, because of the drill, as you see, my feet are very flat on the floor. But yet again, look at how much more open I am on the right-hand side compared to the left-hand side. So now you can see the differential between the lower half. The difference between my hip action when I was stepping to the left compared to when I'm stepping to the right. Incredible, isn't it? Incredible that I can create that much more hip rotation. If I create that much more hip rotation, I can assure you I'm going to create more chest rotation. More chest rotation starts to allow me to move the golf club back in. Now, if you've watched enough of my content, and a good one about the club path, go check it out. Because the reason why you've never wanted to move around the golf ball is because you've all thought about getting from the inside and striking the inside quarter of that golf ball, which is absolute garbage. So, understanding then that we can actually control the path through the pressures in our feet, which is why you need to go check out that video, and understand that when we have good pressures through our feet and we now use the forces through our feet from a left to right perspective and a toe to heel perspective, we can actually use the pressures through our feet very differently that allows the left hip to move back and allows the right shoulder to move forwards. So I use that pressure in my foot to push back, which allows my right side to move forwards. The left hip tucked under, the chest more forwards. The path is from the inside. No, it's not, it's absolutely dead straight, but what I've hit is a beautiful little bending ball to the left. And now for all of you out there, the news flash is a bending ball to the left gives you power, gives you ball speed, makes you feel oily. And when you feel oily and you feel powerful, grip pressures relax. Having a good grip, might want to go check out my grip series. Having a good grip will start to give you the ball speed, and it will start to allow you to move in the manner that we are supposed to when we are pulling on this golf club and we are using the force to keep us centered, to allow us to keep that strike point down in the middle where the iron shots should be. Path from the inside at 2 degrees, 4 degrees down, and a closed face to path. So here's the news flash, people. Here is the news flash. Get away from trying to step sideways to strike good golf shots. It will promote a shank, it will promote open club face, and it will promote bad blinking golf. So what you might want to try and do, set yourself up, put your right foot onto your left foot, to make a backswing. Make a backswing with your feet together, and who knows, why not step backwards and strike it? Gosh, what a nightmare. Who'd have thought stepping away from the target could make me hit down from the inside at 1/2 degree with a baby little draw? That doesn't work, Stuart. Got to step forwards. Got to move towards the target. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Get yourself in the gym, get yourself a cable, pull the cable around, and to get someone to ask you to move it around your body. I guarantee you won't be stepping sideways. Utter garbage. Utter garbage. So let's get that left foot fired up. Put some force in it in your backswing. Go check out that video up there that will help you do that with your backswing. Make a backswing. Put some force in your left leg. Start pulling on that golf club with some light grip pressure because you've got a good grip. And then all of a sudden, you're going to start making some really quick swings because you've got your upper body and your lower body starting to make an opposition that will create energy down at setup. And I think you'll find when you start using your legs a little bit better, oh my goodness, no. Left leg, use the force. Step to the right as you're pulling the golf club. Big thanks to Sportsbox for allowing me to use their technology to demystify the garbage that's out there. I don't mean to be disparaging towards anyone. Everybody is trying their very best to make you better. But we have used too much visuals to make golfers better and not enough facts and information, and breaking it down to just simply shifting weight around the body that's got a flat spot on the end that we're trying to hit a ball towards the target. I hope you've enjoyed that. Do consider subscribing. I'm going to keep bringing you the best content I can make, and I think you'll find that, my friends, is good coaching.